afternoon, Dunkirk and Fredonia listeners, and welcome to News at Noon. News at Noon is brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems on WCVF 88.9 and WDVL 89.5. I'm News Director Lee Pye here today with my news assistants Maisie, Strader, Sara, Lodespoto, Joshua Ribakove, as well as Hunter Halterman and Sports Director Matt Volz. With this top of the hour update, we'll bring you the latest on SUNY Fredonia's campus news, events, sports, weather, and music, as well as national and international news. First up, let's go to the event bulletin for this week. The Career Development Office Graduate School Fair is happening. More than 60 institutions will be in attendance, representing hundreds of graduate programs, with Fredonia's own grad programs also featured. Related presentations will take place during the week of the event, including a grad school preparation program by Career Development and the Office of Graduate Studies, and the workshops by the UB School of Medicine and the UB College of Arts and Sciences. This event will be hosted on Tuesday, October 24th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. in the Williams Center MPR. The Brothers Grimm Fairy Tales is coming to life through the production Terror in the Trees, Twisted Fairy Tales, presented by Fredonia's Immersive Theater. Make your way to the Fredonia Woodlot on October 20th, 21st, 27th, and 28th from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. for a horror-filled experience filled with creeps, scares, and fairy tales like you have never seen them before. A reminder that this trail contains strobe lights, jump scares, and loud noises, and it will be held outdoors. Fredonia Radio Systems is hosting the Great Ghostly Games. The scavenger hunt will consist of collecting pictures around campus, and whoever gets the most pictures on the list wins. The spooky event will be held in the Fredonia Radio Systems lobby, McEwen 115, on October 27th at 6 p.m. That's it for the information through the grapevines. Next up, we'll bring it to Maisie for our latest campus news updates.
Today, from 11 to 12, located in the Williams Center Multipurpose Room, is the Major Minor Fair. Representatives from different majors and minors will be at your disposal to chat about your future and explore your interests. Also tonight, we have the Fredonia Video Game Orchestra's first performance of the school year. The concert starts at 8 and goes until 9 at King Concert Hall, so bring your group and be memorized by your favorite childhood video game songs. On Friday and Saturday night from 7:30 to 10, then on Sunday from 2 to 4:30 in Rockefeller Arts Center main stage, it's the first weekend of the musical Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812. $10 for students in advance and $15 for students at the door. Being mindful that there will be interactions with actors in the aisle seats and adult content in some scenes. That's it for campus news. Now let's send it back to Lee.
Thanks, Maisie. Next up, we have local news. Natalie Luzkowski has announced her candidacy for re-election as City of Dunkirk First Ward Councilwoman. She said, quote, There is more to do. Kindly take another journey with me in the next 2 years. I believe we need a business improvement district, an anchor store at the plaza, a warming center for the homeless, and to begin change that the softball field in Wright Park for the better, the home of many softball tournaments, end quote. The Rosa Parks Scholarship is announcing their winners for the 35th year of presenting the scholarships at SUNY Fredonia. The Rosa Parks Scholarships, which are valued at $350 per scholarship, are created as a representation of talent for expressing opinions on social injustice, cultural perspective, and activism in multiple different forms. The winners will be announced on Wednesday, October 25th at the Williams Center Horizon Room at 12 p.m. That's it for your local news update. Let's bring it to the sports guy, Matt Volz.
Thanks, Lee. The women's soccer team took on Penn State Barron last night, falling 2-1 on a late Barron goal. The loss dropped their record to 5-8-2, and they will be back in action on Saturday for their final game of the regular season as they host New Paltz in a conference matchup at 1 p.m. The men's soccer team is at home for the final time this season as they host Penn State Barron in a non-conference matchup tonight at 6 p.m. Their record currently sits at 5-6-4. The women's volleyball team will return home for a pair of SUNYAC matchups this weekend, hosting Cortland at 6 p.m. on Friday and Oswego at 1 p.m. on Saturday. They enter the weekend with a record of 3-15. The men's and women's cross-country teams are off this week as they continue to prepare for the SUNYAC Championships at Oneonta on Saturday, October 28th. The men's and women's swimming and diving teams are set to host their first meets this weekend. The men's team will host Hobart College, while the women's team will face William Smith College. Both meets are non-conference matchups. And finally, the men's hockey season is officially back on Friday night as they host the All-Stars from the Eastern Hockey League, a developmental league where many Blue Devils played before coming to Fredonia. Puck drop is slated for 7 p.m. at Steel Hall Ice Arena. In NFL news, Indianapolis Colts rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson will undergo season-ending shoulder surgery, according to the team. Richardson was the 4th overall pick in the 2023 draft by the Colts. Backup Gardner Minshew will presumably take over as the team's starter. And also, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell has agreed to a contract extension that runs through March of 2027, the league announced today. Well, the Buffalo Sabres picked up their first win of the season last night, a 3-2 overtime victory over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Buffalo dominated much of the game, but a late Lightning goal forced overtime. In overtime, forward Dylan Cousins scored the winner on a wrist shot that rang off the goalpost and beat Lightning netminder and former Sabre Jonas Johansson. Buffalo will be back at home tomorrow night for a 7 p.m. tilt with the Calgary Flames. And finally, the Buffalo Bills hosted free agent running back Leonard Fournette on a workout visit on Monday. Fournette was the 4th overall pick in 2017 by the Jacksonville Jaguars and has had an up-and-down career highlighted by a Super Bowl victory as a member of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2021. Buffalo is looking to fill the void left behind by running back Damian Harris, who was taken off the field in an ambulance during Buffalo's win over the New York Giants on Sunday night. According to Bills head coach Sean McDermott, Harris is out of the hospital and resting at home, and he is, quote, doing well or as well as can be expected, end quote. That's it for your sports update. Let's send it to Sara for the weather.
Now, here is your Northern Chautauqua weather update brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems.
Good afternoon. If you've looked outdoors, it's pretty cloudy. Have no fear, though. Later today, the clouds will scatter at least enough to see the sun. Too bad it's a cold high of 60. I'm sure the rays of sunlight will make today feel a little less chilly. The sky clears up more into the night in the mid-40s. Looking forward to tomorrow's classic October weather with a high of 66, rain, and harsh winds. I should invest in a windbreaker at this rate, since that night will continue to shower with strong gusts in the mid-50s. That's it for your 2-day weather. Keep listening, and I'll be back with the rest of your weekend forecast. For now, let's take it back to Lee for our local music update.
This week, Last Call is hosting at BJ's. Band like House and Home, Amphobia, Quit Yourself, and Milo Dunn are playing at the 51 West Main Street location on October 19th. Doors are at 9 p.m. and music is at 10 p.m. That's it for music news this week. Let's bring it to Josh for national and international news.
The Israel-Hamas war continues, and here are the most recent updates. Yesterday, an explosion killed hundreds of people in a Gaza hospital, and Palestinian health officials are saying that most of the victims were women and children. The cause of the blast has not yet been confirmed, with Palestinian authorities and Arab governments pointing fingers at Israel, as Israel Defense Forces accuse another militant group called the Palestinian Islamic Jihad. Also, President Joe Biden is in Israel today to show U.S. support for Israel. He spoke in Tel Aviv this morning to express his compassion and outrage over the Hamas attack, stating, quote, "You can't look at what happened here and not scream out for justice. But I caution this while you feel that rage, don't be consumed by it. After 9/11, we were enraged in the United States. While we sought justice and got justice, we also made mistakes." End quote. However, his speech did not include a call for a ceasefire or any direct U.S. military involvement. After yesterday's explosion, the White House confirmed that Biden's planned stop to Amman, Jordan, has been canceled. Finally, 1,400 Israelis have been killed, and according to the Palestinian Health Ministry, the death toll in Gaza has reached 3,300 people, a third of them being children. That toll does not include the casualties from the hospital explosion that occurred on Tuesday. Today, Amazon Prime's Air division has begun testing drone deliveries of prescription medications. Amazon pharmacy customers located in College Station, Texas, can now choose from a list of over 500 medications to have their drugs delivered by air in under 60 minutes for no extra charge. Amazon has been delivering packages by air throughout the town since December of 2022, but now customers can receive prescription meds, excluding controlled substances. Amazon's Director of Product and Program Management stated in a press release, quote, "Our drones fly over traffic, eliminating the excess time a customer's package might spend in transit on the road. That's the beauty of drone delivery, and medications were the first thing our customers said they also wanted delivered quickly via drone," end quote. Amazon claims their drones fly at an altitude of 40 to 120 meters, and when they reach the customer's address, they drop their padded package from an altitude of about 4 meters. Customers who wish to be eligible for Prime Air must participate in a yard survey before they can begin receiving packages by drone. Yesterday, prosecutors involved in the Alec Baldwin case expressed their intention to recharge actor Alec Baldwin with involuntary manslaughter after the fatal shooting that killed cinematographer Halyna Hutchins in 2021. Special prosecutor Carrie Morrissey claims that the case will be brought before a grand jury in mid-November. This decision to charge the case again comes after evidence that might find Alec pulled the trigger of the Colt revolver that they had been rehearsing with on the set of Rust. Carrie Morrissey and Jason Lewis said in a statement, quote, "After extensive investigation over the past several months, additional facts have come to light that we believe show Mr. Baldwin has criminal culpability in the death of Halyna Hutchins and the shooting of Joel Souza," end quote. Baldwin has said in the past that he did not pull the trigger. That does it for today's national and international news. Let's hear some more from Sara for your weekend forecast.
Do you think the clouds ever run out of rain? In my opinion, I don't think so after seeing this weekend's forecast. Starting off strong, Friday holds periods of rain throughout with a high of 60. The rain follows us into the night while it dips into the low 50s. Saturday is National Apple Day. Too bad it will be poor conditions for apple picking, since Fredonia holds showers and strong gusts with a high of 54. Dropping into the mid-40s that night, the breezy rain continues, so I will probably celebrate with a hot caramel dream tea. Make sure your Halloween decorations are stable on Sunday. Cold, scattered showers appear with wind speeds up to 30 miles per hour. Bundle up since it'll be a high of 51. In the cold 40s, the clouds remain, but finally the rain stops the Sunday night. That's it for your weekend forecast. Let's take it right back to Lee.
That'll wrap up for today's edition of News at Noon. Campus news is written and read by Maisie Strader. Local news for this broadcast is prepared by Lee Pye. Weather is presented by Sara Lodespoto. Sports is presented by Matt Volz. Music is prepared by Lee Pye. National and international news is prepared by Joshua Ribakove. And finally, border operations for this broadcast are performed by Hunter Halterman. Thanks for tuning in to News at Noon. Join us every Monday and Wednesday at 12 p.m. on WCVF 88.9 and WDVL 89.5. From all of us at Fredonia Radio Systems, have a wonderful day.